What if the only thing standing between you and financial success was a set of silent, invisible habits you've never been taught? Habits that the wealthy follow like religion, while the rest unknowingly sabotage themselves every single day. These habits aren't based on privilege or genius. They're patterns, built through intention and discipline. And once you learn them, your financial trajectory could change forever. How can two people live in the same city, breathe the same air, and have the same 24 hours, yet one drives a Lamborghini and the other struggles to pay rent? This isn't a riddle. It's a reality check. The answer lies not in talent, but in daily decisions repeated over time. Wealth isn't a moment. It's a rhythm. And most people are completely out of sync. For decades, psychologists, entrepreneurs, and researchers have studied the difference between the rich and the poor. What separates them isn't luck, education, or even opportunity. It's behavior, rituals and responses hardwired into how they approach money, time, and challenges. Once you see the patterns, you can never unsee them. In this video, you're about to discover 7 fundamental habits that self-made millionaires use to build and protect their wealth. Each one is simple, but powerful enough to reshape your life if applied with discipline. And the best part? You don't need to be rich to start using them. You need to act like the rich before you become rich. Let's begin with what may be the most underestimated force in wealth creation: persistence. Most people start with excitement, but give up when things get hard. Millionaires know that success lives on the other side of boredom, failure, and resistance. They treat challenges not as roadblocks, but as filters that separate the committed from the casual. Author Seth Godin calls this space the dip, the brutal middle zone between starting something and seeing real results. It's the part of the journey where motivation fades and doubt creeps in. This is where 99% of people quit. But it's also where the 1% double down. Persistence isn't just a trait. It's a trained habit the rich cultivate like a muscle. Statistically, it takes the average person 32 years to become a millionaire. And even with hustle culture and digital shortcuts, true wealth still favors the patient and persistent. Only 4% of people reach millionaire status within 27 years, which shows how rare long-term commitment really is. If you want to be rich, persistence isn't optional. It's foundational. Next comes goal setting, but not the vague, dreamy kind you're used to hearing about. The poor say things like, "I want to be rich someday." The rich say, "I will earn an extra $25,000 this year by launching X project." Specificity creates focus, and focus turns desires into strategies. Without a clear goal, you're not chasing wealth. You're just drifting. Millionaires operate with precision when it comes to planning their future. They define short, medium, and long-term goals and revisit them often. These goals aren't just written down, they're tracked, revised, and executed through action. Every step has a purpose. Every target has a timeline. For example, instead of saying, "I want to save more money," a wealthy mindset breaks it down. Save $12,000 in 12 months by setting 1,000 automated transfers every payday. This kind of thinking transforms abstract dreams into measurable realities, and it creates momentum, one of the most powerful forces in finance. One popular framework used by high achievers is the SMART goal system: specific, measurable, achievable, realistic, and time-bound. It sounds basic, but most people skip it and wonder why they never reach their goals. The rich, on the other hand, swear by structure. They know that consistency beats motivation and structure beats chaos. Now let's talk about something money can't buy, but often builds: mentorship. Behind almost every self-made millionaire is a mentor who guided, challenged, or inspired them along the way. Having someone who's already walked the path can save you from years of painful trial and error. It's like having a map in a forest, still hard, but far less random. You don't need to personally know Elon Musk or Warren Buffett to benefit from mentorship. Books, podcasts, mastermind groups, and online courses can all serve as forms of remote mentorship. The point is to expose yourself to better thinking, higher standards, and proven strategies. Success leaves clues, and mentors help you find them faster. According to one study, 93% of wealthy individuals had mentors who helped shape their direction and decision-making. Fortune 500 companies have formal mentorship programs because they know it boosts performance and innovation. If billion-dollar companies rely on mentorship, why wouldn't you? It's one of the most underrated wealth multipliers out there. Beyond strategy, there's mindset. And that brings us to habit number 4, positivity. While it may sound like fluff, maintaining a positive outlook is a strategic advantage. It allows the rich to recover faster from failure, make better decisions under pressure, and keep their vision intact when things fall apart. In short, mindset is the filter through which every financial decision passes. Wealthy individuals understand that staying positive in the face of uncertainty is a superpower. Most people give up the moment life gets messy because they associate failure with defeat. The rich, however, treat failure as feedback. Every setback is a signal, not a stop sign. This mindset is essential in entrepreneurship, where statistics show that 50% of businesses fail within 5 years. Remaining positive doesn't mean being delusional. It means staying grounded while refusing to be emotionally hijacked. A calm mind makes better choices, especially in times of crisis. And over time, those better choices compound into wealth. But even outside of business, positivity plays a major role in career growth. A study from 2008 found that positive employees were more productive, more promotable, and earned higher salaries. Energy is contagious. People gravitate toward those who uplift and lead, even silently. Now let's move to one of the most critical yet overlooked habits: self-education. The rich don't wait for school or bosses to teach them anything. They seek knowledge like oxygen. Warren Buffett reads for hours daily, and it's not by accident. Information becomes power when it's processed, understood, and applied. Books, courses, podcasts, conversations. Every source of knowledge is a potential key to unlock a door you're not even aware exists yet. The difference is, rich people act on what they learn. Poor people collect information. Wealthy people turn it into transformation. But here's the truth. Staying consistent with self-education isn't easy. Distractions are everywhere. Time is limited. Life gets in the way. That's why many high performers use tools to systematize learning and goal tracking. For example, using a goal journal or financial tracker can keep your targets visible and your actions aligned every single day. There are even budget planning apps that notify you when you overspend, track investments automatically, and help you visualize long-term goals. Pair that with a great book on financial psychology, like The Psychology of Money, and you've got a toolkit for massive growth. One smart addition many are using in 2025 is the financial planning app Pocket Sight, which connects your bank accounts and provides weekly insights like a personal coach. The best part? You don't need a finance degree, just the habit of checking in daily and letting the system guide you. Now let's talk about one of the biggest wealth killers, lifestyle creep. The moment most people start making more money, they start spending more. New clothes, a new car, luxury getaways. Before you know it, that raise is gone. The rich resist this trap like their future depends on it, because it does. They delay gratification, not because they're cheap, but because they understand the math of compounding. Every dollar they don't spend today becomes 10 in the future. They know that flashy purchases give temporary satisfaction, but assets buy freedom. That's why even multimillionaires still drive regular cars and live below their means. There's a term for this: delay discounting. It's the psychological concept of choosing long-term rewards over short-term pleasure. In studies, those who practiced delay discounting had higher incomes than those who didn't, regardless of age or background. Wealth grows in silence, in restraint, in patience. This brings us to one of the most misunderstood wealth habits: choosing your environment carefully. You've probably heard the phrase, "You are the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with." But it's more than a quote. It's a survival rule for anyone building something great. If your circle isn't growing, Chances are, neither are you. Millionaires deliberately surround themselves with people who inspire, challenge, and push them forward. They don't waste time defending their ambitions to those who don't understand them. They build tribes, not crowds, support systems, not distractions. And that social ecosystem becomes an amplifier for success. If your friends only talk about problems, gossip, or the weekend, you're being conditioned into stagnation. But when your environment is filled with people obsessed with growth, wealth becomes contagious. Their standards raise yours. Their habits influence your own. This isn't just motivation, it's psychological engineering. That's why the rich spend intentional time nurturing high-value relationships. Even just 30 minutes a day invested into a powerful connection can change everything. Advice, accountability, opportunity, all flow through who you know. And in a connected world, who you know can quickly become what you grow. So now the truth is out. Wealth isn't magic, it's method. 7 habits, deeply ingrained, practiced daily, and built to compound over time. The question isn't whether these habits work. The question is, will you start applying them today? Because the life you want is already waiting. You just need to act like the person who deserves it.